A major development today in how cities like Spokane can address the homeless crisis. The Supreme Court let stand a Boise law which allows people to camp outside if there's no shelter space available. Good evening, I'm Aaron Luna. Nia Wong has the night off. With its decision today, the highest court stands by a ruling in Boise that found it was unconstitutional to prosecute homeless people who sleep outside. That issue was a huge factor in Spokane's mayor's race this year. Taylor Graham is working for you tonight with what this means for the Lilac City. Taylor.
Well, Aaron, at several debates leading up to this year's election, Mayor-elect Nadine Woodward said she wanted to wait and see what exactly happened with this case from Boise before she really dove into a policy addressing homelessness. Now, she has her answer.
It's not like we're trying to intrude or, be an eyesore. It's just, we just need somewhere to sleep.
And 1,300 men and women in Spokane often find that comfort leaning up against a building or setting up shop on the sidewalk. Regina Ham hasn't had a place to call home in about a year, and she's been ticketed for that before.
The sit and lie has caused a lot of issues. This is the first thing I've ever had on my record, is this camping thing.
Over the last 5 years under Spokane's sit-lie ordinance, Spokane police have handed out more than 450 citations to people sitting or laying in public while there's been open shelter space. It's a policy that's been the crux of a decade-long legal battle over in Boise, where the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals recently ruled, quote, so long as there is a greater number of homeless individuals in a jurisdiction than the number of available beds in shelters, the jurisdiction cannot prosecute homeless individuals for involuntarily sitting, lying, and sleeping in public. Monday, the Supreme Court declined to hear Boise's appeal of that ruling, so the law stands.
There's no longer an option of, well, we'll wait until a better decision. Nope, you've now got to base your planning on reality, and basically the Supreme Court has given us the reality. This is where you're at. Deal with it.
We reached out to Mayor-elect Nadine Woodward today, who said in part, quote, today's decision by the Supreme Court allowing the Martin versus Boise decision to stand provides clarity on important legal questions and will inform my administration as we take up the ongoing city response, end quote. And while Regina was comforted by Monday's news, she's cautiously optimistic. She doesn't think we've seen the end of this legal battle.
I'm torn on it because it's like, yes, that'd be awesome, but at the same time, it's like, they'll find a loophole.
Now, a big factor in the sit-lie rule is that cities can only cite someone for camping outside if there is shelter space available. Now, cities have asked if they'll have to do nightly routine checks to count that number, confirm it, or if it's something that'll tie itself up in court if someone is ticketed. It's not clear yet what Spokane and other cities plan to do next. Aaron?